those are two amazing places to learn your craft and to refine it and to improve it and just to get it to that level where with Stefan Kudoke, the GPHG winner of the Petite Aiguille after all, and it's quite an experience. And then also with Lang and Hein, as it was at the time, when Wolfgang and Marco were running the business there. Marco still making beautiful, eccentric, eclectic watches, and but it's fantastic to see. That's a great place to learn your craft.
So
of course, so from those two people, I learned the most things, and they inspired me, of course. So my first collection was the Prius Collectio, is Latin, because I'm from Brazil. I always put something personal in my watches, so that was the names, and there was 5 pieces, which was limited to 10 pieces each model,
Yes.
and they was all skeletonized. That was my start, and I love skeletonized watches, but personally, when I was wearing some skeletonized pieces, I thought it is maybe a little bit too much for everyday, right? So it's nice to have a skeletonized piece, but not a watch for everyday, because it's stormy. I don't know the English word for it.
Yes.
So
There's a lot going on, and
exactly.
Yeah,
it's a very contemporary form of watchmaking as well, Felipe, because we have learned in our journey that it was Armin Strom that in Switzerland started the first classes of skeletonization at the beginning of at the end of last century. So it is relatively a new thing, a new contemporary interpretation of watchmaking, and you have made it yours, and you've been fascinated straight away by skeletonization in particular. Why is that?
That one that you see is the 3/4 plate, which is skeletonized. It was an idea of combining the traditional watchmaking, German watchmaking, because we have typical the 3/4 plates also at the Langensons and all the pocket watches, right? So, but I wanted to make it a little bit more modern, and combine it with the watchmaking art of skeletonizing. So I did the skeletonized 3/4 plate with the beveling, which yes, the beveling is one thing I was learning myself. I learned at my workshop by testing different techniques that I saw also on the internet, and get inspired to use different materials to polish them. And yes, now I'm very happy with the results. Yes, here you can see the moon face, which is my most emotional piece, and which also wears the most of my character in the watch. You have the skeletonized backside, which is the inspiration of Kodoke, of course, from my teacher. The developing part is, of course, the inspiring of Wolfgang. And the astronomical, my passion for astronomics is why I choose the moon phase, and also to learn more about making the pieces. Every piece you see here on the front side at the open work dial, the gears are handmade. So I did it here on my watchmaker slate behind me. The gears in with different techniques to reach the best results, and also to learn which is the best and which is better maybe for which material, right?
Yeah.
And also the moon is turned by hand at the watchmaker's lathe.